everyone, and welcome to another To Die for Friday video. So today's main focus is going to be circle dies. I'm going to be using the Lawn Fawn stitched circle dies, as well as some Lawn Fawn stamps. I'm also going to try my hand at airbrushing. I have one of the airbrush cans and nozzles. I've never used it before, probably should have practiced before this video, but I want to do I don't want a white background, so I thought I would give this a shot. So hopefully this all works. But first we're going to stamp out the stamps. The stamps I'm using are the Critters in the Jungle. I'm using the monkey and the vine, as well as the banana. This is the very first card in my Valentine's Day series. So crossing fingers and dotting I's and all that other fun things, I'm hoping this all works. So we're going to go ahead and stamp out all of our images. For the vine, I'm going to go ahead and stamp it out in the Memento Cottage Ivy green color. I don't really want the dark black. So let me zoom you in, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm waiting for it to focus. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to ink that up. Then stamp it down. I give it a little wiggle and a few seconds to really absorb it in. So there we go. We are going to be coloring with Copic markers. So I'm actually going to just grab another block for my monkey. Actually, I'm going to, because we're going to be airbrushing, I do want to stamp off the images as well. So I don't need it super perfect. I'm just going to be using the leaves. So I've taken my masking paper here. I know I'm zoomed in. Apologies. I'm grabbing my monkey stamp and block. I do want to apologize for any noise that you may hear out back. My kids are outside, as well as the neighbor kids, and my neighbor's son is playing his music quite loud, so I do apologize if you hear any of that. At the moment it's quiet out, but you never know. For the monkey, we're going to go ahead and use Rich Cocoa, nice brown color, and we're going to line him up. I'm actually using my video camera to get this positioned the way I want. And again, give that just a moment to soak in. Now he is a bit blotchy, but I'm going to use that to my advantage. And just use it as if he has fur. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out my images, and I'll be right back. Okay, I also remembered I wanted to put a sentiment on there, and I just used the banana color box from from Stamps of Life, and I also made a mask for the banana. So I'm going to attempt to peel that apart and stick that in place. I already put the vine in place, so now I'm just going to do the banana. And for the most part, I really just want to cover up as much of the coloring space as possible. So now we're going to do the monkey. I would have to say the hardest part about cutting these out was the monkey's tail, and now pulling them apart. And any spots that I miss after I airbrush, I can always go back in with the marker. I cannot for the life of me get the backing off of the monkey. There it is. Okay. So like I said, I really just as much of the monkey as possible and really rub that down. Okay, now I'm gonna clear my surface. And I am going to put down, oh, just a second. I'm actually going to use this box. Sorry, I can't seem to find my scissors, and I want to take the lid off. There we go. Okay, we're going to put this in the box just to kind of contain it. So I'm going to zoom you out so you can see. And we're going to, this is Copic quality paper, which is usually best for Copic coloring, which is what we'll be doing. So hopefully I won't make a big mess of this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and screw this on and then find my marker. I'm using BG, oops, hopefully I had to close my blinds because it was too bright. BG 11, so I hope you can see that. And you want to use the nib end and stick it in until it clicks. Ooh. Hopefully that won't get everywhere. So let's actually put that up to kind of help protect. And I've got a scrap here. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this down. It's a temporary adhesive just to kind of help hold it in place. Not 100% sure if I'm doing this right. There you go. Okay, we'll give that a second. Whoo, that can is cold on the arms. Wow, that looks very bright, but it really isn't. Okay. Note to self, a little more ventilation. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna, it does leave kind of a pretty ring. Take the box, set it down. I feel like it's still pretty wet. But now we're just going to take the scissors here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. So I think I'm going to have to practice with that. I'm just going to go ahead and peel that up. Oh, that looks so cool. I actually really liked that. That was a lot of fun. I am not happy with my monkey. I don't think I'd like him to be so fuzzy looking, but that's okay. That's okay. So there's our image. So actually like that. And we're going to go ahead and color him in. I'm going to put a little R20 for his ears and cheeks. I'm going to go ahead and start with that. Because I can blend that out with my other colors. For his skin, we're doing, or for his fur, we're doing R29 and E27 and E29. And we're going to start with E29 and just kind of flick that in. We're going to have the darker areas more towards the bottom. So most of this ear is actually going to be that color, and then just a little line there. As well as most of his tail, because it is kind of behind him. I normally would start with the lighter color first, but I did a practice to see if I even like these colors and decided that I'd just stick with the or do the lighter or the darker first. So now we're going to go in and blend that out a bit with the R27 NE. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's funny. It's been one of those days. My kids had yesterday off, they have today off. Kind of just didn't realize. I am going over some of the darker areas just because I want to lighten them up just a little bit. Thinking I probably should have stuck with the black, but that's okay. It definitely gives him a softer look to have the lighter color. I come in the ear, clean that up. So not one of my more happier images, but that's okay. Looks alright. Okay. They insist on playing right outside of my window today. Now we're using E23 for his face. And right now we're just kind of going over it all, but avoiding the cheeks some. And I'm going to take the E27 and do just a little shadowing. And then we'll blend that out, and then we'll go over the cheeks. This seems to be pretty sticky in spots. It's kind of weird. We're going to take the R20 again and do his nose. That will lighten up, and then go over his cheeks one more time. Help push that color around. There we go. And then again for his ears. Okay, our monkey is done. And now we're going to use just one color, but I think we're going to use G5. I seem to have lost my test sheet. There we go. It's a little dark. I want a little bit lighter. So let's go. We're gonna go G3, I think. Yeah. I want the leaves, the color into the leaves to stand out a little more. Because we're just doing the one color. Okay. And before we do the bananas, we're going to go ahead and fill in the few white spots that are there. This will also help push any color back into the monkey that we may have come outside. Not to mention it does give him a little bit of a shadow, which is just fine. I wasn't worried about that, but it looks kind of cool. Okay, and then for the bananas, we're going to use, I inadvertently put it away. Yeah, we're going to use some Y8. Just a nice contrast to the banana color. Okay, and again, mostly because I didn't see it when I did it, just fill in a little around the banana there. Okay, set that aside. Now for our back piece, we're going to be using pink. It is a Valentine's-y card, and we're going to be using the banana, but we're not going to be using the letters. By the way, the letters are from, I just had it, give me a second, from Harold's ABCs, which are also Lawn Fawn. And I forgot to clean off my letters. So I'm going to take a piece of scratch paper. Where did it go? Oh. And we're going to first make sure it's all clean. We're going to make our own background using the yellow, but we are going to stamp it a second time so it's not so bright. So just a nice subtly background. Might even do a third generation, so we've got second and third generations here. Now you do want to stamp off your paper. I'm not going to concentrate so much in the middle, because that's where our monkey piece will go. Oops. Well, that's okay. There can be a couple, right? In fact, we might do the more solid ones where they're just barely sticking out. We're going to turn the banana so it kind of goes every which way here. And I think we need one going like that. Okay. That looks okay. I kind of like it. Something different, right? I'm going to move that. We're going to take our piece and we're going to put some Tombow on it. Maybe put some Tombow on it. There we go. Make sure you have it right side up. I'm going to just center that as best we can. Okay, and then we're going to get our card base, which I can't seem to find. Give me 1 second. Okay, I just took a standard A2 size card, used the same size die I used for the pink part. to make my card base, and I just offset it just a little so I still had the fold there, so it'll still open up. Although I probably should have done more, but that's okay. And then we'll just line this up right on top using some Tombow again. And then for the inside, it is a little bit off, not too bad. For the inside, we're just going to take from the same stamp set, we're just going to take the little I love you and the bananas. Or actually, we're taking the I love you and the a bunch. And stamp it out with just some Memento ink. So I'm going to take a little bit of this Post-it and my small stamp here. I'm going to line it all up. So we're going to have I love you. Bunch. Oops, the I love you isn't very straight. Okay. I'm going to cover up the thanks. We're just going to go ahead and stamp that with Memento Black. Make sure you remember to take off your thing. Stamp that centered. Although it doesn't look quite centered, but that's okay. And then if you want, you can take the banana again. And this time I'm going to take, let's see, can I do 5th generation? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do 3. And 3. There's a couple on there, just for fun. And we'll also take the R20 and color in that little heart. Alright, there you guys go. There's today's card. I think it's super cute, kind of a fun, different type of Valentine's Day card. You can give it to just about anyone. It doesn't have to be a boy, it doesn't have to be a girl, it doesn't have to be a loved one. It could be just to your friend. I'm really happy with the way the airbrushing looked. I think that looks a lot better than just trying to hand color it, which you can see here is hand colored, although it is much darker here. But I'm okay with that. This was my test. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.